Hey everybody, my name is David and this is Blue Line Garage. As you could see, I got another project and it is a 1998 Terramite T5C. And believe it or not, these tractors, backhoes, whatever you want to call it, is actually one of the best tractors out there. It even digs about 8.5 feet down deep. It has stabilizers in the back. And basically this here was a barn find. All right, I'm going to play the video in a little bit of me removing it off the property from where I bought it from. So I was traveling near some farm fields where there's a lot of homes, things like that. And I actually saw a smaller tractor that only had the front plow, and I needed this for one of the properties I have just to do some land work. So I was able to reach the owner. It took me a few weeks to find the owner and speak to him. And he said he wasn't interested in selling that smaller tractor. He was more interested in selling this one, which was right next to that one. But it was so overgrown with weeds and trees, I couldn't see this one. But I was actually more interested in buying this one than the one he did not want to sell. So after many days of negotiation, I was able to pick this up at a great price, which when I'm done with this video, not this one, but with this whole project, I'm going to talk about how much I got it for, how much it took to basically replace a couple of parts and get it going. Now, on scene, when I did look at this, I actually did get it started. Believe it or not, I had to bypass a lot of things, but it started right up, and that was the good thing. I only had it running for less than 10 seconds just to make sure that it ran. So I'm going to be replacing a bunch of parts, new parts, before I get it running. Once I get it running, then I'm going to get the hydraulics going, and then that should be it. I'm also going to be repainting the whole machine as well to make it look a lot newer. And I just want to take you on this project because there's a lot of things I have to do. Now, I have a very thick parts book that actually gives me the diagrams of everything on this tractor itself. But I want to do a once over with you guys right now on the tractor, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the video of me picking this up. Well, actually, I had some friends pick it up because I had surgery during that time and I couldn't get it myself. But we made it happen. We got it here. I actually had to flatten the tires out just to make it underneath the car lift to get it into my shop. But let's go ahead and show you around. And as you can see behind me, I got this yellow monster. It was actually a barn find, and I needed this for one of my properties. I've been buying some properties and some land and just, whatever. So I got a lot of work to do on one of my properties, moving dirt, all that stuff. So I actually was able to find this it was actually next to a barn. It wasn't inside the barn, but it's been sitting for about 10 years. It's a Terramite T5C. And it's actually a very well-made backhoe, I guess you would call it. Let me show it to you a little bit. All right. And so basically, I picked this up because I needed a plow in the front. But what I actually needed out of everything is the digger in the back. Okay. I got a lot of holes to dig for trees that I want to line up around the property. I also got to dig some trenches, and I basically picked this up after I was able to start the engine actually on site. I had to do a bunch of fabrications. I had to remove all the fuel lines and give it new fuel, but the fuel pump actually wasn't working, so I was able just to sprinkle some fuel in the carburetor, which I'll show you guys a little later on. And I was able to get it running. So as long as I knew it ran, I knew I could work on it, build it up. I was also checking all the hydraulic lines already, so you might actually see some hydraulic lines here disconnected because I was checking them out. But surprisingly, I also have some new hydraulic lines on this thing already. Like here, I give an example, like this one, you guys could see. All right, and then there's actually some that's hidden that's actually new. Okay. So I didn't want to really show you guys this yet, but I'm going to start working on it. I did get a bunch of parts here just to change the oil in the engine, just to clean it up. I still have some parts on the way, but they're actually going to get here tomorrow. I actually also got a set of tires because all I have to, so these, look at this. Look at this. So these are solid tires, but they're crummy, okay? The rim on this side actually isn't too bad. The one on the other side is pretty like banged up. So I went ahead and I bought some new batteries. Excuse me, new tires. See here on this one, it's all chewed up. The tire's all chewed up. So I want to take everything off and put everything, what I can, new into this, and if not, refab it to make it new. These tires are a beast. At first, I wasn't sure if these tires I needed because they're so small, and not only that, they advertise them for backhoes like this, but they also advertise them for heavy duty, like 360 lawnmowers. So I actually got a little bit bigger size tires just so it could be a little bit more beefed up in the front. So we're going to be taking this off, probably putting new bearings on, cleaning everything up. Now anything that I'm going to take off, I'm going to actually paint yellow because I want this thing to look new out of the shop. And I also picked myself up some Rust-Oleum Farm and Implement, I guess, spray paint, JD yellow. I was actually going to go with an actual can of paint and just paint what I can on, but they don't have it in yellow, so I'm going to just do the spray. So like all this stuff, this is considered the bumper. I'm going to take this off, paint it, clean it all up, change a few things. These hoses have to be changed. These hoses over here are actually not too bad, but I still want to change them. But this one here, I want to show you what I'm talking about. See here, it's all cracked, all jammed up. Now this, you could actually see there was more cracks in it when I actually had this up. I just lowered this down yesterday, but I just want to clean all this stuff up, put new bump stops on, so I'm going to show you guys the process of breaking it down. Now, when I got it, there was a lot of spiders through this thing and spider webs and bugs, so I actually got a bunch of bug spray and I bombed the hell out of this thing. I even called my exterminator company and I had them come out to spray my property, but then I also slipped the guy a few dollars to soak this thing down, and so anything that's in there is dead. Absolutely, it's gone. I just hope I don't run into like a dead, dried up skeleton mouse, okay? But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to change the oil. I'm going to do a separate how-to video on how to change the oil as well on this thing, because there are very little videos on this type of backhoe, but the videos are just of people using it and giving their review on this machine. None of it is really how to change any parts and things like that. So I'm going to be doing a lot of how-to videos off of this. So if you're watching this video because you have one of these yourselves, just take a look at my how-to videos, and there's going to be a bunch on there: how to change the tires, how to change the oil, how to drain the hydraulic fluid, all that stuff. So I'm going to have a lot of separate videos on that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just get a series of videos, maybe a few weeks worth, and then I'm going to start posting this. So if you're watching this video, I'm already way ahead. But if you follow me on Instagram at Blue Line Garage, I'm going to be posting it on there. So make sure you follow me on there, and you'll get sneak peeks of the progress ahead of time. All right, so let's get going. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to vacuum everything up, and then I'm going to open up the hood, which is actually right over here. So this actually comes open, top of the engine, because I'm going to be doing that to do the oil change, and you'll be able to see a lot more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and that's it. So just watch it out. I'm just going to vacuum up first, do a little bit of fast forward on here. All right, well, I hope you guys like it. Leave your comments down below if you ever worked on something like this. I'm getting a new chair, don't worry about it. But I've already ordered a lot of parts for it. Some of it's on its way, but what I need for right now is to work on the engine. I want the engine to be up and running. Now this is the dash too, just in case, well, the main control area. So the only thing I'm really missing on here is this.
The throttle choke, they actually put that there themselves, which, you know, I'm a OEM type of guy. I don't want something that doesn't belong there. So I actually got a brand new throttle cable that I could put back here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all these levers up. I'm going to put new knobs on them. And then this button here, I have no idea what this button's for, but it's not even connected to anything. So hopefully you'll like this process as much as I do. Here is actually a handbrake that even the owner did not even know what that was for, but it had broken off, so I'm going to replace that as well. But yeah, all right, stay tuned and let's get going.